Hello, seventh grade. So we're going to be going over the LP22 mini project. I'm going to be doing portions of it with you, so you've got some good examples. And then you will complete the remainder of it independently. First thing you want to do is get your name typed up at the top. I'm Ms. Baker. Got my name at the top. So our story, our story problem, our real world situation here, what we're talking about is the cost of smoking. So we're going to talk about the health costs. We're going to talk about the financial costs, how expensive it is if you start smoking cigarettes. So we're, excuse me, we are going to be talking about Jason. Jason has been smoking cigarettes since he was 13 years old. He smokes a pack a day, so one full pack of cigarettes every day. A single pack of cigarettes will have 20 cigarettes in it. So he's smoking one pack a day. He's smoking 20 cigarettes every day. We're going to complete this table using his age. And then just a heads up, there are 365 days in a year. We're going to ignore leap years for this. It makes the math wacky. We're not going to worry about it. So by age 15, okay, we want to figure out how many packs of cigarettes has he smoked and how many individual cigarettes is that. So he started at age 13. Now he is age 15. We want to figure out how many years he has been smoking. So from age 13 to age 15, that is a 2-year difference. Okay, so 2 years of smoking. Well, we want to figure out how many days he has been smoking. So 2 years, 365 days in 1 year, 2 times 365 gives us 730 days that he has been smoking. And he smokes one pack every single day, so that is 730 packs that he has smoked. In order to figure out the total number of cigarettes that is, we're going to take our 730 packs and multiply by the 20 cigarettes in each pack. So 730 times 20 is going to give us 14,600 cigarettes. And then let me just double check that on a calculator, make sure that we did that right. Remember to always check your work. Yep, 14,600. So we're going to do the same process to figure out how many cigarettes he has smoked by age 19. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that information. We're going to the age 19. So he started at 13. It's now 19. That is a difference of 6 years. 6 years times our 365 days per year gives us 2,190 days that he has been a smoker. So he has smoked one pack for every day, 2,190 packs of cigarettes in 6 years. So we're going to do the same thing, 2,190 times 20 cigarettes per pack. And we're just going to check that on our handy dandy calculating machines times our 20 cigarettes. We find out that Jason has smoked in his 6 years 43,800 cigarettes. So in 6 years, 43,800 cigarettes. You are going to use the same process to figure out how many packs and individual cigarettes that is by age 25 and by age 50. Okay, take a quick moment, pause my video if you need to figure those out. Now, we're going to write an expression. We're going to write a math sentence that represents the number of packs of cigarettes smoked in relation to Jason's age. So if we wanted to figure out what those numbers are without having to do the math like this, okay, so we're going to think about our process here. The first thing we did was figure out how many years he has been smoking. And we did that by taking the current age. Now, current age could be anything, so I'm going to use A to represent that. So our current age, Jason's current age, excuse me, minus the 13 years old that he started smoking. So his current age minus the year he started, that gives us the number of years he's been smoking. Then, to figure out how many days that was, we multiplied by the 365 days that are in a single year. And boom, that's it. That is your expression here. So age minus 13 times 365. There is our expression. Now, excuse me, we are going to be doing research on the costs of smoking in 2 different states. So I'm going to do California, it's the state we live in, as your example through this project and through this video. You are going to pick a second state and you're going to do the same research, same processes to figure out the value for your second state. So in order to figure out the cost, the average cost per pack of cigarettes in California, we are going to look at this little mini project data table here on the, if you look in Google Classroom. If we look in Google Classroom, it's right there. You're going to click on it, open it. It's right here. So looking at the table, I'm going to do the California portion. Your job is to pick any of the other states and their values. So California, average cost is $7.97 for 1 pack. So I'm going to bring that over here. My money needs a $sign and it's $7.97. Okay. Now, if we want to figure out the cost per individual cigarette, we're going to take the value. We're going to take the cost. Per is a math word that implies division. So we are dividing the cost divided by the number of cigarettes in a pack, which we found out is 20. So 7.97 divided by 20. And again, I'm using my phone. You can use whatever handy dandy calculating machine you have. 7.97 divided by 20 gives us this. I got 0.3985. So you might get a crazy decimal like this for your money. Now, we all know money only has these 2 decimal spots. So you might be tempted to just cut that off and say it's 39. But it is very important that you round this accurately. So this 8 actually tells us we are rounding up and our 39 becomes a 0.40. Okay, so a single cigarette in California costs 40 cents. So you're going to pick another state, grab the cost per pack and figure out the cost per individual cigarette, and that will clear out this first page. Okay, looking at the second page is where we're going to start looking at the financial costs, the actual money you got to spend to buy that many cigarettes, as well as the health costs of smoking. Okay, so if Jason started smoking in 2003 and he smokes a pack a day until 2053, so from 2003 to 2053, that is 50 years of smoking. How many cigarettes will he have smoked in total? So that's 50 years. Okay, we want to figure out how many packs of cigarettes that is first. So 50 times 365, because that is 1 pack every day of the year. And that gives us 18,250 packs of cigarettes in those 50 years. But we want to know the individual number of cigarettes. So we have that many packs. I'm going to label what we've got going on, times the 20 cigarettes per pack. So 18,250 times our 20 cigarettes. That is 365,000 cigarettes. So in 50 years, Jason has smoked 365,000 cigarettes. Now, I'm going to bring that number right down here. He has smoked, again, 365,000 cigarettes in 50 years. So California is our first state. Cost per pack, we figured out on the last page. We looked at our table. It was $7.97 per pack on average in California. So we want to figure out how much money has he spent on smoking for 50 years. So how much does those 365,000 cigarettes actually cost us? So that is how many cigarettes he has smoked. Each cigarette in California, if we look back on the first page, we found out each individual cigarette costs 40 cents. So 365,000 times our 40 cents. 365,000 times 0.40. That is, okay, we need a dollar sign because we're talking about money. Oops, nope, pushing buttons, didn't mean to. We're talking about money. That is $146,000. So that is the cost of smoking for 50 years in California. Now, just to wrap your brains around how much money that is, Mrs. Baker spent $60,000 to get a bachelor's degree from Fresno State. Miss Baker spent $40,000 to get her master's degree. Together, that is $100,000 that was spent for Miss Baker to become a teacher. $146,000 for Jason to smoke for 50 years. Okay, that is a pretty big chunk of change right there. That is a car. That is a small house. Okay, that is quite a bit of money. So you're going to do the same thing, figure out in your second state that you chose how much the smoking for 50 years costs. Okay. Now we want to figure out the health cost of smoking. So it says smoking one cigarette can reduce your life by approximately 11 minutes. So we're going to fill out this chart. How many minutes are lost by smoking the following amounts of cigarettes? So one cigarette, we found out that is 11 minutes lost from our problem there. 20 cigarettes, so one pack. Well, that's going to be 20 times 11, which is going to be 220 minutes. Okay, 1,000 cigarettes, 1,000 times the 11 minutes is going to be 11,000 minutes. So in 1,000 cigarettes, that is 11,000 minutes lost. Okay, you are going to figure out how many minutes are lost for 20,000 cigarettes. Take a quick moment, pause the video if you need to figure that out. Now we want to, last piece on this page, we're going to write an expression that represents the number of cigarettes smoked in terms of the minutes lost. So what we would want, the answer would tell you how many cigarettes you have smoked. So if I took the number of minutes that I have lost, okay, the number of minutes lost, so I'm going to use M to represent that. If we took the number of minutes lost and divided that by the 11 minutes that one cigarette loses, that will tell us the number of cigarettes you smoked. Okay, so our expression there is M, the minutes lost over your whole lifetime or over whoever the smoker's lifetime, divided by 11. Okay, and that will tell you the number of cigarettes smoked. Okay, and that is it for this page. I'm gonna clear out all that crazy, make sure everything is filled out, make sure you finish up those tables that still have blank spaces, and we're gonna look at the next page. How many minutes are in 1 year? If you don't know this, you can look it up. I happen to know a song that has it memorized. So there are 525,600 minutes in one whole year. Okay. How many cigarettes would someone have to smoke to lose a whole year of their life? So let's look back. Our expression, we took the total number of minutes divided by 11. So take your total number of minutes, that 525,600 minutes, and we're going to divide that by the 11 minutes that one cigarette takes up, using our handy dandy calculating machine here. 600 divided by 11. That is 47,781.81. If we calculate that out, my 8 tells me to round up, so I'm going to round this up to 47,782 cigarettes. So 47,782 cigarettes. How much money would you be spending? How much money is someone spending if they smoke that many cigarettes? In other words, how much money does it cost to lose that 1 year of life? So in California, we're going to figure out the cost of 1 year of smoking. You will do the same for your other state. And then you're going to do the same process to figure out 5 years. So how much money does someone spend if they smoke that many cigarettes in 1 year? So 47,782 cigarettes. Remember, way back on page 1, the cost of a single cigarette in California is 40 cents. So 47,782 times our 40 cents for the cost of a cigarette in California. Go ahead and multiply that out real quick. 47782 times 0.40. Type it in your handy dandy calculating machine, and I get $19,112.8, so 80 cents. So the cost of 1 year of your life, if you choose to smoke, the cost of 1 year of your life, $19,112.80. So your responsibility now is to figure out the cost of smoking in your second state. You are going to figure out if this is how many cigarettes you smoke for 1 year, how many cigarettes is it to smoke 5 years of someone's life away, and how much money will those 5 years cost? Oh no, I realize I did not correct that part. So please be aware it says 1 year. It should say 5 years here. My apologies on that. Once you have finished out the rest of this page, you're going to turn it in on Google Classroom, and that is it for this week. All right, 7th grade, get this finished up. Join me in office hours if you need extra assistance.